coming here in support of the people of Kashmir. Uh, the Friends of Kashmir here are today collecting here for representing the people of Kashmir. Voices have been silenced. Their voices have been muzzled. For the last 20 days, Kashmir is in a lockdown. There's no internet, there's no phone service, and everybody has been locked in their homes. They have been made prisoners in their own homes. And we are collected here today to give a voice to those innocent people who have been subjugated to this oppression in their homes. So thank you everyone for coming here and being a voice of the people who cannot speak for themselves. We need to speak for justice, and we need to speak for humanity. When we speak for Kashmir, when we speak for the oppressed people of Kashmir, we are speaking for the justice and humanity across the world. America represents what is fair and good in the world. And we here are collected today to represent and support all the goodness and denounce the oppression and subjugation of innocent Kashmiri people. A lot of people here already know about Kashmir and know about the issues that Kashmir has been facing for several decades now. I want to give you a little bit of a perspective as a Kashmiri who has lived there, Kashmir that has been a part of me, and I'm a part of Kashmir. The Kashmir that flows through my veins like the blood that flows through me. As a young child, early childhood, my memories of Kashmir are of lush meadows, of green mountains, wonderful lakes, and of people, of kids, of children playing in the streets late in the night without the fear of being killed, without the fear of being blinded. I have memories of women, folk who would come from weddings, walk down to their home in the middle of the night without ever having to fear anything. And this is also a time when I remember Kashmiris, maybe naively, always thought that they would be given their right of self-determination that was promised to them. This right was promised to them by the first Prime Minister of India. This was enshrined in the UN resolutions, and Kashmiris thought, one day we will ask for this right, we will demand this right, and we will be given this right. And the day came when Kashmiris demanded the right. That was their just right to ask for self-determination, to ask for freedom to allow to decide their fate. When they asked for this right, they were met by bullets, they were met by blindings, they were met by disappearances. In the last 30 years, more than 100,000 Kashmiris have been blinded, killed, scores have been blinded, 10,000 have been disappeared, and the oppression is continuing. Now recently what has happened is the government of India has tried to change the status of Kashmir, which is a known international dispute, and essentially remove all the privileges for Kashmir and change the status quo. They have put the Kashmiris under a lockdown. For the last 20 days, they have curtailed all freedom. And this is not the first time. But this time, their intentions are even more malignant than before. The intentions that they have said are to essentially subjugate Kashmiris one final time and not have them have any guilt. We, as people who represent freedom, must speak up against this oppression, must speak up for the people of Kashmir. And we must give our voice to those who don't have a voice. We must ensure that we are not supporting the people, we are not supporting the Indian government that is subjugating the Kashmiris to this oppression. And we must speak up against, the fascist nature of the government of India that is trying to crush the just movement of Kashmiri. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Irfan. My name is Ajaz Saeed. As a Kashmiri, he conveyed the sentiment which all Kashmiris are feeling right now. I would ask everybody if we can close our eyes and imagine 6 million animals are basically enclosed and put under siege, and even the animals, what scare and what trauma they might be facing. So Kashmiris have been treated as animals, and 6-7 million people put behind, under a siege, and you can imagine their misery and their anguish. So we are all here to give voice to those voiceless people who cannot come to the streets and protest the tyranny and bigotry of the Indian government and media. Kashmir is not a religious issue. Kashmir is not an Indo-Pakistan issue. It is a human rights issue. It is, we all, if we believe in human dignity, if we believe in human esteem, if we believe in human rights, then regardless of which nationalities and which, communities we come from, we need to basically condemn, all the Indian atrocities and persecution. India has let loose a reign of terror for the past 20 years, but now they are basically following a plan which they have, the extremist right-wing government is following. So they are basically taking that plan into culmination. So we are asking all the, free-minded people to support Kashmiris in this endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you everybody for coming here on this Sunday to express solidarity with the people of Kashmir. So as the previous speakers have said, this is a humanitarian issue. It's a political issue and it's not a religious issue. The people of Kashmir, 8 million civilians, have been put under lockdown for the last 22 days, and that's not right. There are people without medicines. There are small children without milk. There are diabetics without insulin. And they claim that putting people under curfew and military occupation saves lives. But they don't understand a lot of people are starving in their homes right now. So this would be other Srebrenica. This would be other Holocaust, where we'll see people coming out like skeletons after some time because they have nothing to eat. So we are expressing our solidarity with the people of Kashmir, and I hope that the Indian government lifts the siege and allows people to live with dignity. Thank you.
I would now ask Azra Said to speak her mind.
And everybody said, the world said never again. More recently, we have Srebrenica, Rohingya, and the Uyghurs being persecuted. And the world is saying never again. But we see things like this happening again and again and again. The latest in this series is Kashmir. How much more blood and destruction must there for the world to take note. Today we stand in solidarity with the people of Kashmir and call on the international community to condemn the slide towards fascism and right-wing Hindu nationalism in India and persecution of minorities not only in Kashmir but all over India. Failing to do so only gives legitimacy to the unconstitutional, illegal and morally unacceptable actions of the Indian government. Modi's authoritarian rule should not go unchallenged. Tyranny is a dangerous game with long-lasting consequences. Even after the tyrant is gone, it must be nipped in the bud. And I'm so glad to see all of you here to support our Kashmiri families. And we just want to let them know that we are in it together. We feel your pain. And before I leave, I'd like to thank members of our Pakistani American community to come out here and support us. The Apna Central under Dr. Azim, Katie Keitzer of Out and About Harrisburg, Dr. Nava Nawaz, Tracy Lee and Barbara Cooper team of Hershey Indivisible, Muhammad Fayaz from ISGH, Harrisburg Rising, Amanda Arbor of the LGBT Center. All these people could not be here in person because the timing was such that most of them had to go to church, but we have their support and their understanding and their sympathy. Thank you very much for coming, and I'll hand you over back to Mr.
Thank you. Can I do a couple of slogans for Kashmir, which we do? I will say we want, and basically for the sake of Kashmiris, you have to say freedom. We want! Freedom! 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 I will ask Mr. Azim Qureshi to say some words.
My dear friends, my name is Azim Qureshi and I'm here in front of you on behalf of the Association of Pakistani Physicians in North America. Our president of the local chapter in Pennsylvania could not be here because of personal and family issues, and she asked me to represent her at this rally. And at the same time, the central president of APNA, Dr. Naseem Shekhani, asked me to have convey his message to you and the rest of the world that we in Association of Pakistani Physicians are shoulder to shoulder with our cause, our friends in Kashmir. I just distributed to you guys the editorial of Lancet. Lancet is the world recognized medical journal and well respected, and they took an issue and they mentioned what is going on in Kashmir, and they called on Indian government to stop their atrocities and their tyranny in Kashmir. According to this journal, from 1989, there are 50,000 deaths of Kashmiris in Kashmir. And their problem, what is their issue is, they just want freedom and justice for themselves. And they make an example for the rest of the world that if the justice can be served in that part of the world, then rest of the world will be more peaceful. Geopolitical issues, we don't want to talk at this point here, but as a physician, I want to take the issue is that this is the humanitarian issue. Between 2016 and 2018, 1,250 people lost their blindness because of the bullets and pellets were fired direct on the faces, on the bodies of innocent Kashmiris. And their issue was they want freedom. They were blinded forever. Young youth, full of life, they were blinded just because they want freedom for themselves. They just want to live peacefully on this earth. And this is what they get from the Indian government. According to this article, the people in Kashmir, one in every five persons, living in Kashmir has seen death right in front of them. The children, they are living with fear and they have nightmares, they have depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress PTSD because of what is going on around them. If you look at the news media, every prison in Kashmir, there are people around, and the mothers are saying that our children in every prison in Kashmir, the children are put in cage, and Kashmir as a whole is put in cage. Why this is happening now? Why we are protesting right now? Why we want to take the conscience of the world? We want to shake it because this issue is not new. This is going on for 70 years and world was sleeping. Time after time, Indian government refused and reject the call for the freedom of Kashmiris. There are UN regulations on the table, but Indians do not want to. Indian government does not want to listen to that. This is the time for the world conscious to wake up and stand with Kashmiris, stand with the freedom of Kashmiris, stand with the freedom of liberation, and just to live. You don't have to be Muslim, you don't have to be Indian, you don't have to be Pakistani, you just have to be human. You just have to be human to stand with Kashmir. Stand with Kashmir. What we want, freedom. What we want, freedom for Kashmiris. We want freedom.
Thank you. I have a slogan here, please. I will say BJP Modi jealousy, and you will reply Hitler Nazi legacy. BJP Modi jealousy, Hitler Nazi legacy. BJP Modi jealousy, Hitler Nazi legacy. BJP Modi jealousy. BJP Modi jealousy, Hitler Nazi legacy. BJP Modi jealousy, Hitler Nazi legacy. BJP Modi jealousy, Hitler Nazi legacy. Thank you. Last opportunity.
Hello, Harrisburg. A little bit louder, I know it's hard. Hello, Harrisburg. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, your solidarity, taking your time on weekend to come over here, giving voice, lending your voice to the voiceless in Kashmir. I do not want to go into the details what has happened in the last 21 days. You heard many speakers. What I am asking you and requesting you is to keep the momentum going. We do not know when this phone blockade will be taken off. As you are aware, many of us Kashmiris who have families there, brothers, sisters, parents, old parents, sick relatives, sick Kashmiris of all age, just like Ijaz said, like animals, put in there. How is the free world okay with that? Please, by no means think that you cannot do or you could not do enough, that these efforts are feeble. Please, I request you today to keep up the momentum. As the weeks go by, we will fatigue. Other things will come up. We will get busy. Kids will go to school. College will open. Other, God forbid, bad things can happen around the globe. The media will shift there. Our job as Pennsylvanians, our job as taxpayers of Commonwealth has to stay focused. One goal, Kashmir, wherever you go, Kashmir, your neighbors, create awareness. Please keep calling your lawmakers. I don't know, I just kept for myself, it worked for me, I put on my calendar. Maybe some of you could do that. While we appreciate, like I said earlier, you are coming down here, but history has given us a very unique chance. For these 72 years, I do not have to tell you what Kashmiris have gone through, especially in the last 30 years. I am the child of this conflict. I was born in this political and social violation. War does strange things to you. I tell you, I think 99% there are legit reports, and that's why Landsat and BMJ, they talked about us. All of the Kashmiris in one form or the other have been affected by this. I do not want to go into the numbers who have been dead, who are half widows, who have disappeared, mass graves, human rights violations. That is why us as Americans, we should not take it sitting down. It's our job. Our Constitution gives us these rights. We have the freedom to protect the democracy here and abroad. Please use that. Kashmir has been fighting for this since 1500. Our ancestors gave their blood, their sweat, their youth, their everything for this land. They sacrificed it. I cannot even go into that detail. They didn't have social media. They organized just like us without technology. Our organization and resistance dates back to 1857, when current Pakistan and India, current India was not even in the globe. But one thing you have to do, Kashmiris, is their spirit of resistance. They are not cowed down. In my age, like when I began to think and look at the world, we saw just death and destruction. Now, all of us here have the unique ability, unique power. Talk to your colleagues, your friends, everyone. Tell them, have you heard about Kashmir today? Do you want to go and just tweet something? Please, if you cannot do come again on our rallies, I request support us on Twitter. That's why we need, that's why you can make a big dent. Tag your representatives. 73 years of this destruction, especially since 1952, after they usurped our Constituent Assembly and dehumanized us for the last 30 years. History has given us one unique chance, and we are in an era of technology, and we have the new generation here. I request all of you, if you are younger than 30, use social media, Instagram, Twitter, I don't know even what here, TikTok, whatever. That's why the battle was on August 5. I kid you not, go there. Put this out because you will see how much solidarity and awareness you can get up. Please keep the momentum going because Kashmiri spirit has been awake. It is risen and there is no going back. Azadi! Azadi! हम छीन के लेंगे. 1, 2, 3, 4. Occupation no more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. God bless America and God bless Kashmir.
So I have a slogan here. I would say stop terrorism and strive. I will say stop terrorism and strive, and please respond saying respect the human life. So stop terrorism and strive, respect the human life. Stop terrorism and strive. Human life. Stop terrorism and strive. Stop terrorism and strive. Stop terrorism and strive. Stop terrorism and strive. Respect the human life. Thank you. I would ask Dr. Sadina to say some words.
Assalamu alaikum everybody, good morning, and first of all, thank you everyone for showing your solidarity to the suffering people in Kashmir by being here on a Sunday. I'm sure everybody has left a ton of work back home, and just your presence over here speaks volumes. So this is a very, very painful issue. I don't even know how I can begin. There's no start, there's no end in sight. unfortunately, the way current situation is all over the world. But one thing I would like to highlight is not only am I a physician, not only am I an indigenous Kashmiri lady, I am also a taxpayer of the United States. I'm a US citizen and I'm a law-abiding and regularly voting US citizen. That's standing here. That's why I decided to come here. We went to the White House the other day to knock on the doors of our leadership in this country. And we are here yet again, knocking on the doors and windows and saying, wake up! Where are you, the champion of human rights in the world? If a dog dies here on the street right in front of me this moment, it will make the headlines. But 12 to 13 million people, and I have to correct the facts. I did not want to put out statistics, but I'm sorry, I have to bring out the statistics because some of the other statistics that we put out were incorrect. 13 million people is the population of Jammu and Kashmir. Are they worse than animals? United States government, where are you? Where is the media coverage? Don't you have a conscience? Thank God, alhamdulillah, I have a conscience and I will speak. My husband is asking me to relax. I will not. I am ready to die for this cause because we have to support the people who are suffering all over the world, not selectively, not when it suits our ballot box, not when it suits our political interests. Stand for humanity! Stand for humanity! Stand for humanity! Irrespective of your locker box and ballot box and your political motivations. Because guess what? End of the day, all of us are going to be nothing more than a handful of dust. And we will be accountable. Believe me, every single one of us is going to be accountable the day we die. Whether we die as Muslims or something else. We are going to be answerable to our Lord. And He is going to say, what did you do about those innocent children who have been beaten in Kashmir? 7-year-old kids were tortured. Why? Because they were going to the mosque to offer Eid prayer. Eid is our most religious day of the whole year. Yes, we Muslims also have religion, which by the way, preaches peace. Despite all the Islamophobia that's out there, Islam is the most peace-loving religion. That's in your face. So, what are we doing to our brothers and sisters in Kashmir? Catching hold of 7-year-olds who have absolutely no political motivations and torturing them, and then they are putting loudspeakers like this to their face, and then they are making it hard in all the neighborhoods. The Indian troops, they are torturing the kids, raping the women. They are your sisters and mothers and daughters. They are not just mine. They are all of your sisters and mothers and daughters. And shame on the person who just makes war for them. Because believe me, standing on the steps of this country, we can do much more than that. And even if we don't achieve our mission, even if we die in this cause, it will be a cause worth dying for. And I will very happily lay my life for this cause. I'm saying that in public because we are all going to die. Why not die for a greater purpose that will uplift us not only in this world but the world to come? So now I call upon our leadership here in the parliament, the people we campaign for, the people we vote for. Where is their conscience? Wake up! Wake up and listen to those pleas. Don't you have a child at home? Don't you have a mother? Don't you have a sister? Don't you have a wife? They are being tortured in unbelievable ways. I cannot even say it on this mic. It is beyond your comprehension and beyond my words, brothers and sisters. Beyond. And that's what? No media coverage. We talk about that's the icing on the cake. Yeah, so what? 13 million people in Kashmir died in the night for over 7 years. 200,000 casualties so far. Not 100,000. 200 casualties. And guess what? As I'm rising here like a dog, the numbers are increasing. Can you believe that? And there is no news coverage. Where is CNN? Where is the rest of the media? Where is Fox News? If there had been for Jews in the Holocaust, let's create another Holocaust. And yes, the rest of our Muslim brethren in the world, they are honoring Modi, putting flowers on his neck and putting crowns on his head. Unbelievable. Beyond words. And remember, people who stand, not only stand with oppressor or try to drown him in any way, shape or form, but all people even who remain silent with the oppressor doing all that he is doing, you are party to that oppression. Believe me, you are fighting a shoulder to shoulder with Modi if you don't stop him. Modi is a terrorist! 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 And believe me, if I don't care. If I die today, I will be very happy to have said that I am a jihadi. I want to die this month. So if anybody wants to, go ahead and give me that honor. Go ahead. But guess what? Every drop, and I remember Indira Gandhi, what Indira Gandhi said once, before she was, whatever. She said, if I die today, every drop of my blood will invigorate the nation. And believe me, the same should happen for every woman that is tortured in Kashmir, every victim of racial discrimination in Indian occupied Kashmir, every mother who is martyred there, every drop of his blood will create a multitude of more Muslims and human rights champions who will change the world sooner rather than later. Brothers and sisters, that day is very near. Believe me. Have faith in Allah and let us not be afraid of anything. Let us spread the awareness wherever you go in a nice, rational way. We don't have to pick fights, but to spread the awareness, because unfortunately our media is dead. It's not sleeping, it's dead. 13 million people and you don't provide coverage. Shame on you and shame on our constituents in the assembly if they don't do anything about this. Yes, they have plenty of time to get educated. If you need education, social media is out there. I can tell you my mother has been held hostage there for 3 weeks. 3 weeks I haven't spoken with my mother. You know what that does? That creates terrorism. So all the people who are showering Modi with gifts and keeping quiet and not providing coverage at this time, guess what? You are all breeding terrorism. You are all breeding terrorism. This is how terrorism starts. If your brother or sister who is an infant, 1 month old, is not getting milk, and it's because of the Indian government's tyranny, believe me, you will become a terrorist. And if you don't, God bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Sabina. I just want to do a quick check with all of us here. We just went from chant because that's going to make it easy on your leads to our liaisons. I hope you all have it. Please open your phones and look at the PDF file because we're going to start now. Can you please all see, because there is a print in red and black, and that's how it will go. You will repeat the ones in the red, I think. The leads that will go in the black. So I request all of you to check your phones and check for the files now. Or if like you want to stand or like the groups together or something, like at least a few of you need to have the script like what we are changing. So if any of the leads has a fake WhatsApp group or something, like email, please blast it away. So I hope everyone here has it. If not, please take stay with your neighbor, with your neighbors, and start chanting with us. And I will give it to Sharif.
My brothers and sisters in faith and my brothers and sisters in humanity, I apologize before I even start. I am not a qualified speaker, but as a common Kashmiri, it's my responsibility to speak because I have made lots of mistakes before. I did not speak when they oppressed my father's and my mother's generation. I did not speak when they oppressed my brothers and my generation. I decided this time I am going to speak. I am going to speak my lungs out because I am not going to give you my children's generation and their children's generation and their children's generation. I want to make sure you know my brothers and sisters sitting back home can't see nothing. They are mum, they are silent, you know, but when tomorrow it's all gone, when they come out, I know what they are going to tell me if I don't speak this time. I know they are going to tell me, brother, did you forget? Did you forget that we are survivors? Did you forget we survived the massive floods? We survived the terrible earthquakes. We did survive. We survived all the deadly icy avalanches and storms. We survived. This is not the first time. We survived without mobile and internet for weeks. We survived. We did survive for months in curfew before. You are not doing this to me for the first time, yeah? We survived these atrocities for years now. Years, brothers. But this time, we will speak against injustice. We will speak against all the injustice, against all the human rights violations. Because, you know, be it on streets of Kashmir or here, you know, ranks of 7 seas away, we are not mute spectators. We don't give a damn! Say it with me! We don't give up! We don't give up! We have been labeled as stone pelters, yeah? Before, many times, we have been labeled again and again. We have been laughed at, yeah? We don't hate anyone. We do not hate anyone. We do not hate any human being anywhere, yeah? We do get happy once in a while when Pakistani cricket team wins the match, true. But that does not mean we hate our Indian brothers, because every single one of us standing here, all of us Kashmiris have at least 20 Indian friends, yeah? We do, yeah? Yes! And, yeah, we Kashmiris, we're not those people, yeah? We sit together and eat together, no matter where you're from, yeah? That's how we do our major celebrations. Have you heard of Wazwan before? That's how we do it, bro. Yeah. Well, you ask that to people who know us. You ask that people who have visited us before. You ask them why Kashmir is the warmest place on the world, brothers and sisters. You can take a Kashmiri out of Kashmir. Hear that out. You can take a Kashmiri out of Kashmir, but you cannot take Kashmir out of a Kashmiri. Yeah, remember that. You can throw us out of our lands, but you can't throw Kashmir out of our hearts, brothers and sisters. So, I say free, free, you say Kashmir. I say free, free, you say Kashmir. I say long live, you say Kashmir. Are you ready, guys? Our brothers and sisters there, they gave their blood, they gave their soul, they gave their freedom. Can we give them our voice? Can we give them our voice? Say it with me. Free, free. Free, free. Free, free. Free, free. Long live. Long live. Long live. Long live. Free, free. 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 Long live. Long live. Long live. Long live. Long live. Long live. Alright, here's what we're going to do next. Every brother and sister from Kashmir is going to say with me, resistance is justified. Brothers and sisters from Kashmir, you say with me, resistance is justified. And all other brothers and sisters standing here in solidarity with Kashmir today, say, what do you say? When people are occupied, yeah? So we say resistance is justified. You say when people is occupied. Are you ready? Resistance is justified. Resistance is justified when. Resistance is justified when. Resistance is justified when. Resistance is justified when. Resistance is justified. Resistance is justified. हम छीन के लेंगे है हक हमारा है हक हमारा है हक हमारा है दिल की धड़कन है दिल की धड़कन है दिल की धड़कन है दिल की धड़कन अम्मी से पूछा तो शफकत बोली बहना से पूछा तो अजमत बोली कश्मीरी बोला इंसान बोला है हक हमारा तुम गोली मारा तुम पलट मारो तुम अंधा कर दो तुम जख्मी कर दो, है हक हमारा, है हक हमारा, है हक हमारा। हम छीन के लेंगे, हम छीन के लेंगे, हम छीन के लेंगे। तुम जो ना दोगे, तुम जो ना दोगे, हम छीन के लेंगे, हम छीन के लेंगे। है हक हमारा, है हक हमारा। हम लड़के लेंगे, हम लड़के लेंगे। इस बार मिलेंगे, इस बार मिलेंगे, उस बार मिलेंगे, उस बार मिलेंगे। है हक हमारा, है हक हमारा। तुम जोर से बोलो, तुम जोर से बोलो। मजलूम के बदले, मजलूम के बदले, कश्मीर के बदले, कश्मीर के बदले। है हक हमारा, 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 है हक हमारा। हम जी के लेंगे, हम मर के लेंगे। जो मर भी गए तो हम कब्र से लेंगे, हम कब्र से कहेंगे, हम कब्र पे लिखिए, हम कब्र पे लिखिए। है हक हमारा, है हक हमारा, है हक हमारा। ना चुभने वाले, ना चुभने वाले, ना थमने वाले, ना थमने वाले। इस बार भी लेंगे, इस बार हम लेंगे, इस बार हम लेंगे। है हक हमारा, है हक हमारा, है हक हमारा। फ्री फ्री, फ्री फ्री, फ्री फ्री। लॉन्ग लिव, लॉन्ग लिव, लॉन्ग लिव।
Please continue. We'll give him a break. So we were... तुम कफन पहना दो, तुम कफन पहना दो, चलो दफन भी कर दो, तुम दफन भी कर दो, फिर भी ना माने, तुम दफन भी कर दो, चाहे दफना दो। हम सीना देंगे, हम आवाज भी देंगे, तुम्हें देनी होगी, तुम्हें देनी होगी। जो तुम ना दोगे, हम लड़के लेंगे, मोदी से लेंगे, खूंखार से लेंगे, आरएसएस से भी, आरएसएस से भी, बीजेपी से भी, मरकर भी लेंगे। मेरी कब्र पे लिखना, मेरी कब्र पे लिखना। तुम खुद ही दोगे, तुम खुद ही दोगे। Whether we will be alive or not, but this is the writing on the wall. They will have to, okay, this occupation has to end, and you, my fellow Harrisburg community, you will write this history. You will talk to your lawmakers, you will hold them accountable. We will get this birth right. तुम खुद ही दोगे। G7 से कह दो, आजादी भाई आजादी। Please repeat after me. It's a repeat after me chant. जिस कश्मीर को खून से सींचा, वो कश्मीर हमारा है। जिस कश्मीर को खून से सींचा, वो कश्मीर हमारा है। जिस कश्मीर को खून से सींचा, वो कश्मीर हमारा है। This is not a slogan from the past 30 years. This slogan is from 1800s. So please, this is a moment in history. August 5, something happened. Narratives call it political coup. Narratives call it a rogue meeting or whatever. They can have their narrative, we can have our narrative. But please be mindful, this is a moment which has come after 73 years and we cannot let it go back. So, please give no more suffering. No, please open your WhatsApps now. No, the PDFs that we sent. No, you say no more pain. No more suffering. No more pain. No more suffering. No more pain. No more suffering. No more pain. I don't hear you. Do you want to like get in circles? No more suffering. No more pain. Break our chains. Free our land. Break our chains. Free our land. Break our chains. Let us breathe. Let us breathe. Let us breathe. Let us breathe. In our land as we please. In freedom, freedom, no more shame. Freedom, freedom, no more shame. Stop the pellets, stop.
Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say one slogan, one flag. You say, go India, go.